Alrighty everybody, welcome back to the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel and Return of the Biff. And yes, Greg Biffle is back. His wrists have healed up quite nicely, and he is now heading to Auto Club Speedway. So, very nice. Promenade did a good job last week at Phoenix, but let's go to Auto Club Speedway and see what happens. Alrighty guys, first piece of business, let's look at this beautiful paint scheme here. Mac Tours, Freightliner, Hunt Brothers Pizza, but mostly Mac Tours there. That is a pretty cool looking paint scheme, if I do say so myself. So, let me know guys what you think of that cool paint scheme as we now go to practice at Auto Club Speedway. And also let me know guys what you think about Auto Club Speedway's transformation into a short track, which I think is actually a cool idea. Really do like that. But I am a what am I? I would say I'm a bit of a NASCAR traditionalist and historical. I really like the history stuff, a bit of a history buff, and so I'm never a fan of changing a track completely. Like, I don't. If they were doing like this whole front stretch here with the short track, but then also having the original track still going, I think I'd be much happier with that decision compared to their decision to totally bulldoze all of this really cool track here, which is very historic actually. There's a lot of movies that were made on this track, which is kind of cool. But yeah. Not a big fan of them bulldozing and just going to only a short track. I would prefer that they can get the short track in the infield that connects to this track and keep the old track as well for multiple events. But that's my own opinion. That is my own opinion. So let me know guys what you think about that. Terrible qualifying, but hey, we gotta work through it and see how the car does. Not one of my better tracks, so we'll see what we do and see how Greg Biffle does in that Roush Fenway number 16 car. So, alrighty, let's go to racing. And we got our Mac Tools hood cam. And I am so happy, guys. Heard this from Erica Stepp recently. The news that they will be putting the names back on the front windshield, as well as the back, I believe. I am very happy with that. That is awesome, really cool. I really do like that that setup on the cars. I think that's really nice. Just so that way, if you have a bunch of guys running similar schemes, which with like the Hendrick guys, it can get kind of confusing sometimes. It's just nice to be able to see the names coming around right at you in the corner. So. And also it makes it very cool for collecting diecast as well. So that was a cool piece of news, a nice news nugget there that I am very excited about seeing. So, and into Cole Custer. Yep. He loses it. Ow, who did he run into? Oh, into there. Alrighty, that was that was pretty sore back there. I'm not sure who all got in there, but that was pretty bad. Coming back to the restart. Alrighty, I'm gonna try and figure out how the car's feeling here. See what changes we need to make, if any. And we will get the announcer crew in here probably in stage 2 or 3, so we'll see how that goes. Gotta feel how this car is running though. We got pretty good tire wear, pretty evenly distributed. Got into the wall, normal for me at this track, so. Here we go, underneath Jimmy. Or Bowman, whoever you want that to be now. We got Busher there, our teammate. Let's see, tire wear is doing fairly good. Definitely better than some of the other tracks, so. impressive. So you got 8 laps of fuel, so we should be able to make it. Hopefully without a pit stop. We will see how that goes. Yeah, the car feels pretty good. So far anyways. We'll see how it does with the tires wearing out though. That's just, I didn't brake there, so that didn't help anything. Right up there to Jones. Joan boy. There we go. Yep. Gotta let off the gas, be able to sail through the turns here. Which will work out good, but you just gotta slow down. Which I'm not very good at. I'm not good at braking or slowing down. I like to go full tilt, so gotta get that. There we go, nice into the turn. Not bad, not bad. Definitely better. Getting past these guys pretty well. Which I'm actually surprised. Usually this is my worst track at passing people, so definitely a difference there. Alright, we actually might have to come down for tires now that they're starting to wear out, but we will see. We will see. Get up there. Logano, gave him a little bump, not too bad. No damage yet. Harvick trying to spin us out. Harvick spinning himself out. Me watching in my rearview mirror, not paying attention to where I'm going, stuff like that. You know how that works. Alright. Got Newman. Past him, glide on through the turn here. And we got, let's see, Cowbush and good night. We got McLeod up here again. McLeod, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. But he is up here again in the top 4. They're probably going to get second. Yeah, he just got second. I don't know who set up that AI, but someone needs to fix that, guys. Because that is that AI is not truthful. Now this coming year with Live Fast Racing, okay, fine. They might be able to do something like that with the partnership they're going to have with Stuart Haas Racing. They might be able to do that occasionally, but for this particular year, in this particular game, nah. They haven't been able to do that. Not knocking McLeod, or McLeod, on his driving ability, but I don't think he's gonna go take the lead away from Ryan Blaney. He just took the lead away from Ryan Blaney. That's hilarious. Okay. Someone really needs to work on these AI. They really need to work on it. Because why is this guy leading the race? I mean, I'm not even leading the race. Okay, maybe Brad Keselowski's he's gonna go take it back. I don't know. But we have McLeod leading the race at Auto Club Speedway, guys. And we're running low on fuel, so pit stops may be necessary. We will see here. Look at this. We got McLeod leading this race. We need to go back to bed. Oi. Oi, 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 oi. Maybe we can lead this race soon. I think they're gonna pit here, though. Nope, McLeod stays out. Bye-bye, buddy. I have no idea how that works, because that cannot be anywhere near realistic. Sorry to say it, but that is not realistic. Now, do we have enough fuel to get back around? That will depend on what fuel we have coming around this turn. No, we do not. So we must pit for fuel. We will not be doing tires, we will only be doing fuel. Oh, it didn't show me what the speed limit was. That was interesting. Okay. So only coming in for fuel. That's all we need. So we lost the position there coming in, so that's not, wasn't helpful. Car feels good though. Alright. Oh, come on, you gave me a penalty. You didn't even show me what the speed limit was. Assessing penalty. Yeah, great. Should have taken tires at that point. There goes Christopher Bell. Oh, wow. Do I still get out in front of everybody, though? Huh? Somehow. However that works. Looks like a bunch more people there are pitting again. Not sure why. Interesting. I have not seen this strategy before, so we'll see where we end up here on the last lap. And 24th, okay, fine. That's a weird one. Okay. So now we're gonna come back down and get our fuel that we need. Which will put us pretty far in the back. I guess I should have just done that. Well, there's quite a few other people here pitting too, so we'll see how that goes. That's some weird pit strategy. I've not seen that in this game from the AI, so we'll see where we end up here. In the back. Yippee. Alrighty. Let's see who we got around here. Man, weird. Okay. Yeah, that was just weird strategy there. That just, I don't know how all that worked and stuff, but not a good call by me and other stuff. So let's see. We've got 12 laps in this stage, and I want to be in the front. So we're gonna pull on back here. And we are going to do super save on fuel mode. Well, maybe. As soon as we can get out of this crowd. There we go. Alrighty. So, yeah. I'm going to be running about 3/4 throttle here. And see how that does. I don't want to be down there. And then down there too many times on the apron. That does not work out at this track. Or any other track in this game, actually. If you run the apron, you're going to spin out, more than likely, so. Whoopee. Alrighty, so we're going to be playing pitch strategy here, guys. We're going to send you over to the announcers and let you get the stories of the race and of the weekend in the Cup Series. So we'll send you over to the guys in the booth. Welcome back, everyone, to Auto Club Speedway. We are back for the NASCAR race here today. Obviously, one of the biggest stories is the return of Greg Biffle after a very serious incident at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the last lap crash that happened. Many were concerned about his condition, but luckily he was able to get out of that car safely and only with some bruised wrists. He did have to take off an entire week off from racing to allow that to heal, and had Paul Menard race for him at Phoenix. And now he is back at Auto Club Speedway. Now, due to some pit strategy that has happened, he doesn't quite have enough fuel to make it to the end of this stage, and so he is driving the Mac Tools Roush Fenway number 16 car Mustang, I should add, and is trying to save enough fuel to be able to end the stage in front of everyone else without pitting. So, definitely some interesting strategy going on there. In other stories, we have Kurt Busch, who is leading this race, doing a fantastic job. And of course, we always have that controversy about the track, whether or not it should or shouldn't be converted into a short track, or if it could have simply been converted into both a short track and the intermediate track that it is today. But you're not here to hear me speak about that. So let's get back down to the racing action and back to the pit crew and see what happened in the last stage. Let's send it over to you, Bob. That's right, thank you, Bill. Well, we are here at Auto Club Speedway, as mentioned, and yes, Greg Biffle came down for a quick squirt of gasoline as he was trying to get to the end of stage 1. Unfortunately, everyone else had been saving fuel and was able to finish that stage without any issues. But they were able to finish that stage as they were coming onto pit lane, and were ready to go without pitting into stage 2. So that definitely messed up pit strategy, as Greg Biffle had to pit twice in 2 laps. So definitely some interesting pit strategy that occurred there. So far he's been in super fuel saving mode, and also that's been helping out his tire situation as well. He's doing a very good job, and he's staying right at the edge of the pack, so doing a very excellent job in fuel and keeping up with the pack. They say in about a few laps, probably 2 more, they'll be able to allow him to get back into full force. So in other words, going back to full speed, and he should overtake the rest of the field quite well with those not as abused tires and with enough fuel to finish the stage. Thank you very much, Bob. That is great to hear. And so another interesting thing is the new paint scheme that they're running. Obviously, a special edition Mac Tools and Hunt Brothers Pizza and Freightliner paint scheme, which looks very nice on the Mustang, I must say. So very, very cool. Also, another story that Bob didn't really mention there was the amazing performance by B.J. McLeod, or McLeod, I'm not sure who. Anyways, but he was up there leading in the first stage, doing an incredible job at it, as well as we now see and hear Greg Biffle hitting full force on all cylinders with that Ford Mustang as he goes ripping around the turn. That's right, Bill, or Bob. There's so many guys with B names, I can't remember who you are. But anyways, he is going full force now and going around the track very quickly. Definitely hit a lot of speed. He's also gained some positions with cars coming down pit road, and doing an amazing job at it as well. So definitely very cool to now see him really being able to hit that speed button and hopefully get a good finishing position in stage 2. Exactly. So, who are you exactly? I am Brett. Oh, alright. Well, thank you, Brett. Have you been talking to Bot recently? Yes, actually I have been talking to Bot, and I must say that the duo of Brett Bot is amazing. Just what I thought. I thought you guys would get together rather well. Anyways, hopefully your car talk will be very interesting. I know that he's been working on a Australian mod car for a while. Yes, I know. He's been doing a great job at it. Yes, well, anyways, back to the racing, folks. More important things. Oh, right. We have Greg Biffle, who's now in the 15th position. We also have B.J. McLeod, who has taken back the lead of this race. And it appears that he might just be about to lose it. See if anybody passes him here for the lead as we come around. And yes, Clint Boyer has now taken the lead from B.J. McLeod. Also, Josh Balicki being turned by Greg Biffle there, as both of them get into it here. So definitely some difference in opinion of who deserved that spot. Greg Biffle almost getting into Cole Custer. That would not have been good whatsoever. And it looks like Greg Biffle should be able to finish this lap as far as I can tell. But we'll have to see if Clint Boyer has saved enough fuel to end this stage. What do you think? Well, Clint Boyer has definitely been doing a good job at saving fuel as well, but cannot say whether or not he will have to come down to pit road as well. So we're definitely going to be seeing as Greg Biffle gets into Ricky Stenhouse Jr. there a little bit. Car seemed to come around on him, something probably with the aero. And he's now chasing Jimmy Johnson, who's in 36, trying to get to Clint Boyer. So let's look at the separation. So Clint Boyer currently with a 7.5 second lead, which Greg Biffle seems to be eating into to some extent, but definitely not fast enough if Clint Boyer has enough fuel. And Clint Boyer does have enough fuel and will finish the stage in second. And there is a caution, and that will give us the finish. So Josh Beliski in third and Justin Haley in fourth there. So very amazing. Everybody has to come down for the most part to pit lane. So we will see what they do there. And you see there, definitely a better position for Greg Biffle as he comes out in sixth. Definitely better there for everyone. Wow, Clint Boyer actually falls back, which is rather interesting. And we also have Joey Gase up here along with McLeod. As we come back to the restart, should be about 2 pit stops in this final stage is what I'm estimating. How about you? I'm definitely estimating 2 pit stops there, Bill. They should have about 11 to 10 laps of fuel in the tanks, and currently at lap 33, so definitely possibly 2 stops that will have to be made if they want to be able to finish the race. So maybe not a full tank of gas on that final stop, but I definitely say that there's going to be some tire strategy and fuel strategy that will have to be done. And you see there that you have Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, and BJ McLeod, who have separated themselves from the pack. William Byron trying to do the same there with Greg Biffle. And Kevin Harvick coming up into the mix here as well. Also appears that we have 2 cars off of the lead lap and in the pits. And Greg Biffle gives, Kevin Harvick gives Greg Biffle quite a send-off into the turn as he also tries to pass him. So Kevin Harvick's been rather silent this race, but now as he moves up into the 4th position, definitely a bit of a different attitude than we've seen from him most of today. And we also have Ryan Blaney, who's spinning out Greg Biffle. Greg Biffle has lost control of the car, and that's a wreck, folks. Not totally sure what happened there, but definitely got spun and loosened by Ryan Blaney, and then also hit by someone else. We'll go to Bill. That's right, so definitely could see from here that Greg Biffle got turned by Ryan Blaney, sent him up into the wall. He then automatically started coming back down after that contact, and was hit, as far as I can tell, by either Daniel Suarez or Christopher Bell. I believe it was Daniel Suarez, though, that hit him in the Gaunt Brothers number 96 Toyota. So definitely not what Greg Biffle or Roush Fenway was wanting to see, but luckily because of the lapped traffic that has happened in this race, he does find himself in the top 20 on the lead lap. So that is definitely helpful for him where he is currently positioned, so that's definitely going to help. Alright, Bill, so yeah, we are looking at it, and he has quite a bit of aero damage, and car's definitely not looking like it's doing too good, but he is catching the rear of this pack. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch BJ McLeod, though. Can't really say if there's any mechanical damage. Definitely aero. Doesn't look like there's anything with the tires though. Yeah, really can't say much from here, so we will have to see if he has to come down early or not for like tires or anything else. Definitely a hit into the wall again, but not nearly as bad as that Las Vegas hit where he actually went into the air and got hit by a car on the way down. So that was definitely a terrible hit for him, and hopefully his wrists are not aching at this point. That is definitely not what anybody for Ash Winway was wanting to see. Exactly, so definitely not what Roush Finway or the number 16 team wanted to see. So he is saying that the car is not driving nearly as well as he would want it to. He does say that there might be a little bit more downforce at this point, which I can believe with how much damage there is on that car. But also that, yeah, it's going to need to be fixed. So that you're going to expect a longer pit stop when he does come down for one of his pit stops here, which should be in just a few laps. Right, so we will be watching here. Let's take a look at the damage. Yep, quite beat up there, as we have David Reagan putting him into the wall again. So definitely no one showing any mercy on the track here. But yeah, definitely not good for the Greg Biffle team here. He is moving through the field though, so that is good to see. But yeah, we're gonna have to, after the race, we will have to watch replays and see what happened there. But yeah, definitely a rather surprising and ill-opportune move by Ryan Blaney to the rear of Greg Biffle. So and you see Greg Biffle trying to get up to speed. You see Chris Buescher there, obviously a lap down. Definitely a bummer day for him. Has had multiple mechanical issues throughout this season already, so definitely not what Roush Finway wanted to see for that Fastenal car or the Mac Tools car. And I'm not sure where Ryan Newman is running currently, and we will have to catch back up with him and see what's going on there. So if they pit now, can they get all the way to the end of the race? They should be able to, I would think, but as I said, possibility, depending on cautions and overtime, there may be another opportunity to pit for all of these guys prior to the end of the race, as Kyle Busch now takes the lead. Multiple guys coming down to pit lane a little bit early before everyone else. Greg Biffle has decided to stay out one more lap, says the car is drivable, so a lot of damage that they're going to be working on, but hopefully being able to gain some ground here before they come down pit lane. They're going to need 4 tires, a full tank of gas, and lots of repairs on that car. Did he ask for a polish? I think he did ask for a polish for aero reasons. That makes sense. And so now we're going to have Greg Biffle coming down this time. Should be able to get about 11 to 10 laps of fuel into the tank, which will solidify his position as he begins to spin out. Car obviously not as drivable as he was wanting. And a huge hit from Ricky Stenhouse Jr. from behind. That's the 4 tires and about several seconds of damage control that they have to do. They're also going to add some tape, hopefully to get a little bit more aero speed out of that car. So we will see how that works, or if it works. You see Clint Boyer leaving the pits right now, and down he comes. Alright, so they start on the right side. Looks like a pretty slow stop as they have to beat out the fenders as they go here, slowly working on that damage and getting the tires out. But it should be about an 18-second stop, they said, and he's away. Amazing job there, being able to get out. He's in 18th position. Ryan Newman is your current leader, who's also in the pits, and Ryan Blaney will take that away as he exits pit road. And so we have Greg Biffle, who is 10 seconds currently behind the next car next car for position, which is Daniel Suarez. You think that he's got a memory of what just happened? I'd say he probably does. I think Greg Biffle's definitely going to be looking at cheap shots quite well, especially when you consider the shot he had in Las Vegas. Definitely not going to be in much of a mood for the next few weeks for people doing stupid stuff around him. So we will have to see what all takes place. So Josh Bilicki is now the nearest car to him as Daniel Suarez gets around him. Josh Bilicki is about 4 seconds ahead. That's right, and that lead for Josh Bilicki is shrinking quite quickly, as is Daniel Suarez. Greg Biffle obviously gaining quite a bit of time now with new tires and with that aero problem fixed. More than likely a top 15 finish in the works for Greg Biffle at this point, unless we get a caution, which could possibly give advantage to the Roush Fenway team. Alright, Josh Bilicki came out of the pits. He's now up to speed, but is still slower than the other cars around him. So definitely a position that Greg Biffle can get there, but it's going to be a little while as he has to work through traffic. We have Brad Keselowski, who has taken the lead, doing an excellent job here in the final laps of being able to get past his teammate Ryan Blaney, and also racing there with McLeod, that guy. And so they continue to move. And we have here, as there is a battle right behind Greg Biffle for the lead between Brad Keselowski and Ryan Blaney. He's about to take over the 17th position from Josh Bilicki, who is slow on the track. There we go, Josh Bilicki goes down a position. Daniel Suarez is the next car up, but he has been gaining some speed, doing at least matching the times for Greg Biffle, so doing a very good job for Gaunt Brothers Racing, which is surprising. And we also have Martin Truex Jr., who's also up there, so we'll have to see how traffic and everything else affects these positions and times and separations from everybody. But we only have about 4 laps left. That's right, not much time to be able to get up to the front unless a caution should occur, which we do know is always possible. And Greg Biffle says that the car is trying to turn to the right. So definitely not what you want on these stock cars, a car turning to the right by itself. More than likely that's part of the aero damage, which is still on the car that they might not have gotten quite correct. So obviously something he's going to have to fight with, as now BJ McLeod comes by Brad Keselowski and Ryan Blaney to take the lead. Once again, surprising lead changes and a surprising performance from BJ McLeod as he once again takes the first position. Fascinating. And we continue to see that Daniel Suarez and Martin Truex Jr. are about 7 seconds out, pretty far. And we also see Chase Elliott. What's going on there? So multiple guys here have come down a pit lane. Not really sure why, but that will boost Greg Biffle to the 11th position. He has enough fuel to finish this race. Apparently some guys came too early to pit road and have to get fuel. Well, that definitely might play into Greg Biffle's hands and into Roush Fenway. Definitely a top 10 finish if more guys have to do it. And we see at least 2 more guys coming down pit lane. This is rather surprising. I wasn't expecting this. Yeah, I don't think Roush Fenway was expecting it either. They definitely thought everyone else in front of them had enough fuel. So Greg Biffle is now in 8th. As BJ McLeod continues to lead this race, more guys coming to pit lane. Surprising. Very surprising. So we're watching Daniel Suarez, obviously, about 4 seconds ahead. Montreux Jr. Will anybody else come to pit lane here on the final turns? If so, that will definitely benefit one person. That is Greg Biffle, who can make it all the way on fuel, and it looks like no one else is coming. And there we go. Greg Biffle gets an 8th place finish at Auto Club. So after that interesting wreck, that is definitely very helpful. So let's see if we can watch a replay. Alright, let's watch it here. You have Greg Biffle going in. You see Ryan Blaney trying to spin him. Gets loose, goes into the wall, comes back down. And just around he goes. Also hit by Austin Dillon there. Pretty hard hit there. Wow. So let's see if we can get another angle of this. So here we go. You see Ryan Blaney trying to push him. And here comes Ryan Blaney to the inside, getting him loose. Up into the wall he goes, coming back down. Wow. Yep, hard hits there. Definitely hard, so definitely not what you wanted to see at this track. So amazing, guys. That is your replay. Alrighty, guys, so we still have 2 wins in the season, so not bad. I think BJ McLeod won that, which is still crazy. I don't know how that happened. Alrighty, so we're moving on to Kansas, which will be fun, and then we got Iowa coming up. So, alright, guys, remember that you can suggest new sponsors for Greg Biffle. Just leave a detailed comment on which sponsor that is only available in NASCAR Heat 5. Only sponsors available in NASCAR Heat 5 can you suggest. But give a story of why the sponsor may want to sponsor Roush Fenway and Greg Biffle on the 16 team. So, you can change some things that are going on here, and I might be able to make a cool number 16 paint scheme for that sponsor, but you won't know unless you comment. So, thanks guys for watching. See you next time for Return of the Biff.